All right, so I am here on the first night of Disney's Jollywood Nights in 2025. This is the third year of this event, and the line to get in is absolutely insane. There's the entry way over there on that side, and we are being curled around in this sort of procession to loop all the way in the other direction. Let's see how long this takes. Last year I came a little bit later in the season and just before the party actually started. So this is a little different because I'm getting here right at opening. And so the line's finally moving, but this is a lot of people. All right, we are inching our way forward, but in case you didn't know, Jollywood Nights is a seasonal offering here at Hollywood Studios. It is during November and December on select nights, and it's sort of an upscale, jazzy Hollywood glamour counter to what you're going to find at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It's more adult focused. There's no parade. There's no sort of treat stops and hot cocoa like you would get at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And yeah, it's really exciting. And first year kind of got off to a rough start, as you may know, but they sort of been working the kinks out. So I'm excited to see what they do this time. All right, so they corral you to the right, just in this direction right here. And there's a ton to check out as they sort of welcome you. We have about an hour and a half until the party event actually starts. All right, we are in. We already have some photo opportunities right here. Some more lights, and here's the big one. It's the Jollywood Night sign. Let's go check this one out. All right, here is the famous Jollywood Night sign. The line is kind of insane. The cast members even said maybe try later. So I guess I'll do that. But it still looks great. Let's get in here and see what's going on tonight. First night of the year. All right, let's see. Here is the Tower of Terror. We've got the stars that are out every single year, and people heading into Fantasmic to ride the Hollywood Tower of Terror. There it is right there. And just a good mix of things before they get started. It's kind of a weird zone where we got to strategize, like I said, what we're going to do. All right, and here's the signage already set up for the Twilight Soiree at the Tip Top Club. And here are some specialty items that are out. The 1939 Royale looks pretty good. And then top floor daiquiri, sparkling pomegranate apple cider. This goes on throughout the evening, but it's not, the band's not there continuously. So you kind of got to look for their set times if you want to hear the band. If not, you could just enjoy a drink right here by the Hollywood Tower. All right, from Hollywood Boulevard, taking a look at all of the decor that is out. Looks great. This park really, I feel like, is coming to its own around the holiday season as of late. Maybe it's just me. Who am I kidding? I forgot I had to go check out Gertie. Echo Lake is the best part of this theme park during the holidays, so let's go check that out first. All right, there she is. Oh yeah. This is the best part. Best decor around the entire Walt Disney World for Christmas? What do you guys think? All right, so I put a reel on Instagram a few weeks ago, I'm not entirely sure, about Tune-In Lounge being this little known place. I don't know why I use those words. I was moving fast trying to get content out that day. I had so many comments of everyone telling me, oh, well, it's been around for years and it's always so packed. It does look like there's a small line to get in. So it is kind of packed tonight. So touche to all those commenters. Just here to get another look at Gertie and Echo Lake. Just so shiny at night. So I feel like I have the tendency to make like a shell for these nights and try to be flexible, but then I end up getting so excited that I kind of just sort of wander around and meander. So I would like to maybe ride a couple of rides. It'd be nice to do Minnie and Minnie's and maybe Slinky Dog Dash. That one's gonna have a long line. And in terms of characters, I think I want to see Partysaurus Rex. He's gonna be in Toy Story Land. I want to meet Lotso. Oh, I might do Alien Swirling Saucers while I'm here. I think other characters, I would want to see Donald and Daisy. That'd be great. I'm gonna skip out on the Hollywood Brown Derby because I did that last year. If you want to see that, I can link last year's video down below. I met Max as Powerline last year. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers are gonna be here around Echo Lake, so I might wait for them. And food and beverages, I think what sounds most delicious this year for me is gonna be Commissary Lane. Has some empanadas that sound good, some tacos that sound good, and a taco-shaped dessert. Also think I might wanna meet Chewbacca and Galaxy's Edge. Maybe I'll stop by Oga's Cantina. This is a lot already. And in terms of other food, the Duffy brownie, chocolate brownie looks really good. It was kind of Coke flavored last year. Don't know if it is this year. And let me think. Last year we got Gertie's cookies and they were kind of hard. My kids didn't really like them, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that again, but it is photogenic. And then, let's see, I'm gonna check out the Tip Top Club over there by the Hollywood Tower of Terror. those are some of the big ones that I'm gonna try to knock out today. Maybe check out some of the construction close to Monsters Inc. Well, what's gonna become of Monsters Inc. Last year I spent a lot of my time in that area. All right, let's go. Is that in the distance? This is where the magic of animation is gonna come. Are those Mickey ears I see? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, here's what was Star Wars Launch Bay. And here is where the magic of animation will be coming very, very soon. I cannot wait for it to look like that. Right now it's all walls. All right, I'm making my way into Toy Story Land. Mickey and Minnie's Railroad was around 40 minutes, so it's probably about, I would say 20, 25 minutes. Not terrible, but I'm sort of on a mission, like I said, to see some new characters. So I'm gonna go get in line. Who am I? All right, so I'm in line for Partysaurus Rex, who is new for the party this year, and I'm relatively close to the front, and they're having us move a little forward now because the party's about to start, meaning he's about to show up. You guys would be proud of me. I really just chilled and waited. How about that? A family just walked by and looked at the long line that I'm standing in, and one of them said to the other, I would never wait in line for something like that. And you know what? I was that way too. Probably up until very recently, but this is one of those situations where it's like you die here or live long enough to become a villain situation. You know what I mean? You either move away from your Disney phase or you're that person waiting in line for a character that is way too long. It's just lean in, you know what I mean? Just me here. I forgot to wear green. I met Partysaurus Rex. That was awesome. The line is to my left now. Look how far it's extending. It's moving pretty fast. I feel like most people are being respectful and moving pretty quickly. And yeah, that was awesome. First time he is out for a party. I think that's a good addition. And of course, you can't beat the Toy Story characters. Now, I, for whatever reason, have not eaten in a very long time. Ooh, what's going on over here? Well, I'm trying to head to food, but let's see what's going on over here. We're here at Pixar Disco. Is that in focus yet? There we are. 7:30, 9:30, and 10:30 to 12:30. Let's see what's going on in here. Why not? It's Mike Wazowski. We got Joy right here. Hi, Joy.
All right, I need everyone.
This is a really good time. This is a really good time. I didn't try this out last year. That was fun. A lot of quick characters and good music. But like I said, I am hungry. I'm filming myself with 2 cameras because I'm trying to capture both content pieces for tonight. Anyway, I did not eat much today for whatever reason. Prioritized that line I was just in. Now I'm holding 2 cameras and I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna go to the ABC commissary unless the Santa Duffy line is not too bad. Uh-oh, let's check this out. Duffy is meeting right here at Walt Disney Presents, which I went to on one of my last trips, and I can link that down below. It is a 90-minute wait. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but I do understand the hype. We got some wreaths over here outside the Chinese Theater, some fun present projections, and here is the ABC commissary. It's always such a strange sort of in-between space, quite literally, but also sometimes it's busy, oftentimes it's not. Let's go see. All right, Jollywood Nights. The burrito tacos look good. The empanadas with street corn look good. And so do those talk about holiday cookie sweets. Let's get in there. All right, here's ABC Commissary. Let's get in. And then the Jollywood Nights menu. Thank you. Ooh, oh. I love the architecture in here. All right, it's not too bad. Let's check it out. All right, I was directed in this direction. I said direct twice. All right. You're coming home with me. I love it here. Look at this. So I'm inside the ABC commissary. I got the burrito taco right here, which looks absolutely delicious. I got the chicken empanadas. I thought it would come with 4, but hey, what can you do? I love some corn orlote, fantastic. And I think this is called the taco holiday cookie. I can't think of the actual name. But look at that. This is just, I have looked forward to this the entire day, and I was brave. I said, can you give me 2 cups for water? And they said, you can have whatever you want. And I like that attitude. Let's eat. I will say, it is nice to sit It's relatively quiet in here. It's cold. Not that it's cold outside. The weather's actually pretty nice today in Orlando. But, you know, I'm about to go stand in more lines and sort of be on my feet. And it's nice to just sit and take it a little slower. And this is a very quiet meal for a father of young kids. Like the first showing of Glisten is happening. Let's see if I can go catch a good view of that. I might not. Let's try. All right. The show is right here. Let's see what we could see.
It's a holly type of feeling on a Jollywood night. It's open night when it's time to ignite. It's a holly type of feeling on a Jollywood night. It's a holly type of feeling on a Jollywood night.
Wow! Well, now I'm really starting to feel the spirit of the season. Tonight, we want to share some of our favorite holiday traditions with you. So with deepest pride and greatest pleasure, we hope you'll be our guest for the most glamorous celebration in Hollywood. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the best. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, why we only live to serve. Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
Woo! All right, so I caught some of Glisten, and I thought it was really exciting. I saw some of it last year too, and yeah, that's a good show. I think it's also something that's unique to this park. I'm walking with two cameras and people are staring at me. Oh well. But yeah, I want to meet Donald and Daisy and also Chewbacca. Let's see how long this is gonna take me. Can we do this? There they are right there. And the line isn't terrible. I think it stops right here. Okay. All right, I'm close to meeting Donald and Daisy, and of course they're taking a break. And I will say this little commissary lane area, it's like a little dead zone. There's like no air and it suddenly feels warmer. FYI. All right, let's make our way back to Toy Story Land. I'll tell you why.
Your next challenge, everybody, are you ready? I'm looking for your best. We're gonna get a little silly with this one. I'm looking for your best chicken dance. Hands up.
All right, that was really fun. I just did the chicken dance with some characters and some strangers. Good time. Let's see. I'm trying to go back to Toy Story Land, but I'm getting distracted. Is this where the Duffy thing was last year, and I'm not seeing it here at Ice Cold Hydraulics? No. I'm gonna have to hunt that one down, aren't I? All right, let's do that. Status check on Muppets Courtyard. Can't see much. Grand Park. This is what's coming. And I don't think they've confirmed the year, have they? But it's gonna be Monsters Inc. Land, Monstropolis, some sort of cool name. Oh guys, we got a 2319. 2319. All right. So that's that for right now. Galaxy's Edge, gather my bearings. Let's get all the way back to Toy Story Land. I think I'm gonna try to meet Lotso. What do you guys think? Is that worth this? It's this, and then I gotta get across to get to the Tip Top Lounge. I haven't tried as many foods. It's already 8:47. Look how the time goes. And I do wanna see the Jingle Jam at 10 p.m. So, gotta make this happen.
I've heard rumor he is on planet today. Yes, indeed.
How cool is this?
I have heard these rumors as well. Oscar, yes, please come back and tell us who they are. Oscar, I was wondering if you could show our new friends your Life Day movement you were working on. A bit of a dance, yes? Yeah, I think you can trust them. Woo! Feeling the stretch. Oh, Life Day style. Well done, Oscar.
Are they supposed to be blinking? Are they coming alive? You know, it's only 5 minutes and I want to say that I wrote something, so I'm gonna ride this. Let's go in. I told you I'm a ride person, so I'm breaking off my schedule right now. No one is in this line. Fantastic. I like this one. My kids like this one. And so yeah, let's knock something out that doesn't have sort of a 45, 50 minute wait and have some fun. And then we'll go back to maybe Lotso, other treats, etc. We'll try.
Welcome to toys. Please remain fully seated, refrain from lap sitting, and hold on to all loose items. Now let's get swirling.
Farewell, my friends.
There's a cool detail I've not noticed before. The aliens, oh, if I can control this camera. So Christmas ornaments. How cool is that? All right, that was a good time. No wait at all. Walked pretty much right on. Now let's go conquer the next. Okay, so in case I didn't already tell you, I found where Lotso was meeting. It's right here by Slinky Dog Dash. And yeah, me waiting again. Oh, nice, let the record reflect. I am meeting my goals with some of these characters tonight. Hey Lotso, I like your scarf. I'm passing the Brown Derby right now on my way to Sunset Boulevard, and I really enjoyed my experience there last year. Like I said, I'll link it down below. But I thought the food was great, that the drink was really strong and delicious. The service was great, and hearing the sort of a mix of jazz standards with like Disney standards on piano, I thought it was awesome. But I didn't do it this year because I'm trying to do new things, like I said, and also because it is kind of a big time suck. It should be that one long-ish thing that you do. It's gonna be that. All right, let's get down Sunset Boulevard. All right, guess who's back? Me. Let's check what the wait time is like over here. All right, they have some sort of like buntings and decor. Entrance to the Tower of Terror.
Okay, I'll see.
Oh. Okay. I didn't do this last year. Look at me now. Oh, there. Check it out. It says Twilight Soiree. Okay, so I thought there'd be a line or something. There is not. I guess I walk right here. I'm a little confused and it's pretty dark. I don't think I've ever been back here, guys. This is pretty cool. All right, what am I gonna get? Let's check it out. Awesome, thank you so much. All right, let's take this for a stroll. All right, so this is a 1939 Royale. This has Terramanca Blanco tequila, Cointreau liquor, desert pear, agave nectar, and lime juice topped with Domaine Saint Michel Brut. That's a sparkling something. I know I probably butchered saying some of those things, but all right, bottoms up. Not too shabby. This feels very Hollywood Studios, if you know what I mean. I think this is good. It's kind of giving, it reminds me of things that we would sometimes like down for like a couple of dollars in college. But that's complimentary. That's not a bad thing. That's good. I think we get to keep this plastic, not glass flute. Is that glass? Where's my mic? All right, heading back down Sunset Boulevard again. I'm gonna go check out the fireworks show and then see what we're gonna do after that. Come on.
Time and enjoy. everyone. Direct from Santa's Village, the North Pole Christmas Eve Command Center Coordinator, McGee.
Hello, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Tonight we've got a special holiday transmission from the big guy himself, Santa Claus.
Your eyes open, Tree Scourge.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong. Cause this...
Happy to have you back, sir. We are live with Orlando.
It's thanks to Lanny and Wayne. They're the ones who saved Christmas and me, after all. But as long as family and friends are together, like here in Orlando, there will always be Christmas. Merry go!
I risked my life for this because I was surrounded by people in that little hub, and that's not something I normally do. But what I will say is that was my first time actually seeing Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam all the way through. It's never really caught my attention, whether I'm here or whether someone posted online. And I will say, kind of the same here. I liked it, I enjoyed it enough. There were bright moments, some sentimental moments, but that sentimentality you expect from like a Disney show throughout is not there, and that's probably not the intent, right? But I don't know, it felt, if the whole storyline of like these little elves, computerized elves trying to find Santa or whatever, it felt sort of not really in like line with the theme of Jollywood Nights, not to overthink it, but you know what I mean? I'm outside Dockside Diner. It's just, I don't know, I was kind of like, enjoyable. I think my kids would certainly like it, but it wasn't the most cogent for me, and it was as a whole, and then I was struggling to see the connectivity to like the Jollywood Nights theme, and not a huge deal. Enjoyable enough, but yeah, those are sort of my high level thoughts, but I'm glad I did it. All right, I am gonna try something from Dockside Diner. Sure does look nice over here. I've never been here actually. Like I said, I'm trying lots of new things with you guys today. Such an interesting concept. I wish it was bigger so like people could eat in it. I don't know, is that too much? This looks delicious. All right, I don't know what happened. My camera lost my footage again of me reviewing this. I thought it was delicious, just the right size, enough cheese, not too saucy, and I really enjoyed the polenta. So yeah, this was a really good option. Here are some of the decor on Hollywood Boulevard. It just looks great. Christmas really, literally shines here. And it's so unique to this park, you know what I mean? Okay, I think that's it. I think that it's time, it's the right time to say goodbye. All right, I opened it and it's this cool little ornament. Check it out. I don't know how the lighting is. Let me turn around. How cool is that? Okay, it's a much better view. Got Mickey Minnie at the top and some presents and a place to put a photo in. I like this a lot better than those marshmallows. I like it. All right, that is the conclusion of my night here on the first night of Jollywood Nights. And you know what? I do have some thoughts, perhaps unsurprisingly. And I think that they're positive, and I'm a little shocked. I had a great time last year. Last year was the second year of the event, and they had to work some kinks out after apparently the first year sort of premiered to some sort of, you know, I want to say backlash, but there were some complaints. And I wasn't there that year. Last year was really fun. I kind of had that feeling of I couldn't get as much done as I wanted to. This year, I feel like I was able to pace myself, yet still get a lot done. Now, admittedly, I didn't see any shows. And I planned to see some first, and then I reshaped my plan toward the afternoon. And I think I'm really glad that I did. I went in focused on things I didn't do last year, and of course, not as many rides. And if you take those two things away, I was talking with someone online about it and how we give advice to people for these parties coming for the first time. It's like, take the things that are normal about yours, take a piece of yourself and all those things you normally like to do, and don't think about them because you want to do all the new stuff. If you keep trying to do the new stuff and then ride all the rides you always ride and do all the things you normally do, and you're kind of, you know, trying to do two things at once, in my opinion, and you can't fully do either, and you end up feeling kind of stressed, or at least I did. Tonight, I did not feel that way. I felt like they may have limited the crowds. There did not seem to be that many people there, even for some of the lines at the beginning of the night. I feel like last year they were already snaking in all directions, but trying merchandise last year, I had to queue up for it. It's just crazy talk. And this year it did not feel that way. And I felt like everything was spaced out in a good way. All the characters were moving really, I felt like the cast members were focusing on moving us through really, really quickly. And I like that. I think it sped up the night because I don't think I waited longer than 10 minutes, if even, for most of the characters, except for Donald and Daisy, and ended up not meeting them because they just didn't show up. So, smoother night, faster pace. Also the food that I did try was delicious, and I felt like going back and getting each thing that I got more than once. And you know, if you follow me for a while, you know I struggle on these nights because I don't typically eat a ton of like this type of food, if you know what I mean. And also mixing a bunch of food this late at night, it's not the best for me. And so I stepped out of my comfort zone, liked all the food that I tried, would recommend it, for serving dishes so quickly and sort of fast foody. I think the food was really good, kind of a step above what you get kind of during the day at Hollywood Studios. Also, the shows are really fun. I caught Glisten, I caught the Jingle Bell Jingle, Bam. Other than those, few qualms about the storyline, it was still really enjoyable. It was still really fun. I talked to several cast members throughout the night, and I feel like it was sort of understood that things were kind of smoothed out. I got lots of questions about, are you enjoying it? What didn't you like? Were you able to do all you wanted to? The cast members were asking me these things, maybe because I'm by myself and walking on with the camera, but I feel like, it went really well. I think they finally got it right. Year 3, they got some kinks out, and I feel like I was able to do a bunch of stuff, and I want to come back, even though it's a lot of the same stuff that I'm gonna do. I kind of feel like it was really fun. It was jolly. It was its own thing. distinct from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and I don't know, kind of a new light on Hollywood Studios, you know what I mean? And a new opportunity to experience the park in a different way. And so next year, if I come back, I think I'm gonna focus on some of those shows. But all right, thanks so much for following along. If you have any thoughts, if you're coming this year, if you have any questions about strategy, planning your party, what to do, what not to do, drop them in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, and see you real soon.